What's up, everyone? And this is Next Level Thinking. What's up, everyone? And this is
It's all good. We got a little tech, but it's we're gonna come with great positive energy. It's your host Chris Holmes as always, and bring you to next level thinking. Of course, I am on mobile because we adapt and improvise, and that's what it's all about. And I have so great, influential, motivating, powerful. I'm just over here blowing up even more and more. But let y'all go ahead and tell the audience one by one who we got on this great podcast for today.
I am Chip Baker, the founder, creator of Chip Baker, The Success Chronicles, best-selling author, transformational speaker, lucky guy to be able to be connected with all of these great people on here. Dr. Lindsay, I'll pass it over to you.
Well, hello and happy Sunday, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful Thanksgiving beginning because every one of us has something to be thankful for. Christopher Holmes, thank you for your time today and for allowing us to be here. I'm honored to be in your space and appreciate you greatly. I am in Austin, Texas, and I'm the Executive Director of School Leadership and Campus Support in Austin ISD. I serve over 14,000 students, and I'm honored to be here. Happy Sunday. All right, Mr. Woods.
All right. My name is Charles Woods. I'm a servant leader, 20 plus years in education, multiple time best-selling author, a family man, and I live a great life every day. Thank you, Chris, for having us on your platform. I look forward to the dialogue that we're going to have today. Megan, over to you.
Yes, sir. And again, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Salute, healthy life. And so I am Megan Marie, and I am a 10-year veteran in the insurance world, representing a company for several years, proud and love what I do, taking care of other people. And I've also recently started my LLC on the side. So always growing, never failing, you guys. It's always about that growth. So I think that's all you wanted me to say. I think next, Jessica.
Awesome. Thank you so much. This is Jessica. And yeah, it does say J-Lo in the middle of my name right now. 4'11", connector catalyst. That's right. A connector catalyst and a coach. And I'm happy to be here just like these amazing folks, best-selling author as well with Chip and now Charles and all of you all. So pretty pumped to be here and excited for this new release that's going to happen. So I'm going to turn it back over to, I guess, Chris and or Chip, the two C's here, and
Gotcha.
let them take it away.
Thank you for your fantastic introductions. And let me just go start off with a question of this: is like, what all brings y'all on here today? And like what happened? What happened? Let's go ahead and start on the groundworks, the foundation.
Well, Chris, I'm still wondering that too, man. It's man, we started on a pretty cool journey a couple years ago, and now we're volume 5. Whoa. And so as you know, Chris, you were on the groundwork for some of that with the first volume and a part of that, and truly grateful for that. But just the theme of the books, the impact of influence. All of us have been influenced by someone or something in our life that has truly impacted us and caused us to be who we are. And in the books, the authors, the powerful authors. Wait, hold on. The amazing, powerful authors that are influencers. They're all doing great things, and they share, the people, the situations that have influenced them and impacted them to be who they are. And what they've done is they've taken the blessings from the lessons that they pull from that, and they've used those to help others. And so that's what it's all about. That's what the journey is all about. And so I'll just I'll pass it to you again, Dr. Lindsay. We'll pass it around and let each of you just talk about how you got involved, if you don't mind.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I am in the space because of Chip. I am just honored that he, Texas redhead girl, like I don't have a fit here, but I fit in whatever face that God blesses me in. So I am honored to even be here. And I actually got to lead a book study over volume 3 with our Texas Women's Executive Council. And Jenny and one of the co-authors of that book, was able to share her story in person with the ladies. And I had made a comment about how I wanted to write a book. I had never done that. And I had read a dissertation, and my husband thought I was writing another dissertation in this book. And I get to surprise him because I wrote about him, because he has been the most impactful person in my life.
That's
and so
awesome.
I'm honored to be here. And Chip, as we've told you before in most of the podcasts, you are just a light, and I am honored to be in your presence. So thank you. I needed a little bit of Chip in my life today. So thank you, Mr. Holmes, for having us.
No
That's
problem.
awesome,
Now I
man.
just want to dive in. It's always interesting how like we all go through like our journeys in life, and it's like the incidents, the actions, and how you influence some people or just do some kind of movement, and it's all combines and breaks all of us together at some point into we get like in spaces like this. So I find it really interesting how like life always put things together into place.
Right.
So
Right.
good.
I
It
love
is.
that. That's like goes back to my favorite quote to God has a plan. Things happen for a reason.
Mhm.
They're not happening to you. They're happening for you. I love that.
Mhm. Yep.
Good
Would
stuff.
you want to dive in there?
Of course. Like I know everyone's gonna say it's Chip that got me started on this journey. You know, getting a phone call from Chip. You know, I never thought I'd be writing a book, but just to get that phone call, knowing the person that he is, yes, I am in. And then this is my 4th volume with him. I hadn't stopped yet. I guess I won't stop until I stop reflecting and finding those influencers that were in my life. I think this is a great space for me to actually do some reflecting and realize that there are so many different situations, people, structures that have influenced the journey that I'm on in life right now. And I notice I said am on because my journey continues to go, and I continuously am impacted by others. So I guess I won't stop writing as long as Chip throws them out and invites me. So
Let's go.
let's go. So I love it, man. It's
Go
great.
get it.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, Megan.
Yes, I am just so full of energy. I'm just like I'm so thankful for you, Chip. I actually was busy working, taking care of several other business owners, and going through my basic schedule, and then I ran into an event, and I actually almost slept through this event. I'm not gonna lie, I was exhausted, but I woke up that morning, and you know what? God was telling me, girl, get dressed. Let's go. Like you need to get out there. You need to go see these people. And so sure enough, I went to this woman in breakfast meeting, and I seen Mrs. Scott do her thing.
Bam.
Yes. And so I couldn't resist. I got the book, and in one day, front to back, I couldn't put it down. And again, it was just, I had to be a part of this family. There was something inside of me that told me, you know what, just be courageous. Don't be scared. Just tell him how thankful you are for this. There's so many people in the world that are so nervous to tell people, thank you for wearing that outfit. That inspired me. Thank you for writing that book. Thank you for this. And it just came out of me. And so I wrote Chip, and I'm like, dude, bomb.com. Like this was great. And then one thing led to another. And Charles, that is super motivating, because my secret little dream inside for years was I always wanted to write a book ever since I was little. And now it's like, this is happening because of you, Chip. So dude, thank you so much for letting me be a part of the family. This is super inspiring. And I so look forward to hoping I'm good enough to be in others coming to the future.
Awesome.
Let's get it.
I just want to go ahead and like I see we got a person backstage. I'm gonna switch one of y'all out real quick. I want to make sure everybody gets the great introduction in. So I'm just letting everybody who's watching this too. Like I see you as well, but I'm on to bring you on as well. So just give me a quick second. Do you mind, Chip, if I bring it backstage just for a second? So that way we can do
Sure,
an
let's
introduction?
get it.
All right.
Backstage passes, right?
Let's see.
Hello,
All right,
can everyone hear me?
there we go.
Yeah.
Hey, Tamika.
How y'all doing? Hello, everybody. How y'all doing?
All right, how you doing?
Good, good.
Blessed to be a blessing on this beautiful Sunday.
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
Awesome. Go ahead and give your introduction of yourself so the audience can know who you are.
So my name is Tamika Chop Martin. Man, I'm originally from Bryan, Texas, by way of Calvert, Texas. I'm a career educator. I'm also a realtor. I've co-authored before. I say I'm a glam girl. I'm a go-getter. I'm a leader. I'm an advocator. I'm a motivator.
Love it.
Just a little bit about me. I'm not sure how much y'all shared so far, but I know that one of the reasons why I'm a part of this project is because of Chip. We're from Robertson County. He's from Hearn. I have family from Hearn. He knows my cousins, like our families are intertwined. And when the Lord put on his heart to reach out to me to be a part of this, I said, you know what, it's time for me to just glean a little bit into the influence that I have been having on others since since I've been in this world.
Oops. Ooh. I
Uh,
think I'll
that's good.
follow. Yeah, I'll follow her up real quick. I love what she was saying, and I think every one of us. This has been a Chip love fest, and he's not on here, but I hope he'll get to go back and watch this because Chip is he's the glue that sticks all of these books and runs through every single one of them,
Right.
which I think is pretty
Oh,
awesome. Yeah,
just so
for me.
Chip is
Oh,
in
there's
here and everything, just
yeah.
backstage. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, he's going to hear it. I know he will. But I think what was the most impactful moment for me, just not just meeting Chip, but understanding the power behind why this series, why this is so important. I was in that book that Megan read, and it was because I invited him here to share his volume 1 and 2 authors in Tampa, and I said, why don't you come here? And so when he did, I said, man, you got a lot of male authors. Where's all those ladies? Like, I don't get it. And I put the challenge out to him. The next thing I know, he's like, well, if you're going to challenge me, you're going to be in it. I said, I didn't say I wanted to write. So now I'm, like Charles, Charles, I'm one behind you. I'm in 3. So I guess I got to do, and then I'm in Charles's book too. So it's like one of these things that like influence, you impact others. And they're like, I want you to be a part of our thing, what we got going on. So that's what I'm excited about. Chris, thank you so much for having us here. And, it's just a celebration of a lot of people who've impacted, I think, a lot of lives from all over the country. I'm in Florida, hello. So, we have much warmer weather, although that what I think you guys are dealing with. Just saying. We got to love the palm trees.
Awesome. So I'm going to do something a little different, and I'm over here trying to see how I'm figuring this out because I'm doing this on the mobile on the run, but I'm going to throw myself backstage so we can bring the great guy Chip back up front, and I'm just going to let y'all roll with it, and just so you can tell all the great points and much more when it comes to all of y'all coming together. That sound like good to y'all?
Sounds great. Thank you so much.
Sounds great.
Awesome.
All right.
Yes, sir.
There he is.
So yes, Jessica, I was able to hear that. and I want to add to that, you weren't the only one that was challenging me either. So Melanie Ake, same thing. And I, just to add to that, I wanted to tell you, man, that volume 3, some of the things that have come out of that have blown me away. Like, how Dr. Lindsay was saying, like they're doing, they did a books, like I didn't even know that was taking place, right? And then I find out, like, what? They're doing a book study, right? And so now it's been like 3 or 4 different groups that have done book studies on the volume 3. And so it's been a truly an amazing journey, truly amazing blessing. But what I would like for each one of you to do is I'll let you go around. I'd like for you to just share with the audience, what it is you do and what your background is, so that they know, like we've talked about, how you got into it. I told them that you all were amazing, powerful, influential influencers. I told them all of that. But if y'all don't mind, just sharing, a little bit about, what it is you're involved in, so that they know what your backgrounds are, so they can check you out and go follow you and show you some love with all of the amazing things. And so we'll just kind of pass it around like we did earlier, and I'll pass it to you, Dr. Lindsay, and then you just we'll pass it on around.
Well, thank you. And hello, everyone. Tamika, nice to meet you. I'm so glad to be in this space with each of you. What a precious blessing. I have been in education, public education, for 15 years. I was an elementary, middle school, high school principal. I work and serve alongside 12 principals in Austin ISD, and we serve over 14,000 of secondary students. One of my campuses is a really neat little piece of the puzzle, and it has 3-year-olds all the way to 20-year-olds, predominantly 18, but the special needs. And then we have Dell's Children's Hospital within that campus. So very neat, specific needs being met at all of my campuses, our campuses, and I'm honored to do that. I was an HR director before, and we called it Director of Human Capital, and I'm a proud mama and wife. And so whenever Chip, when he reached out to me, I will be transparent with you, I thought I was going to write about work. And after I prayed and thought about really, we've lost a lot of people in the last year. I really thought I was going to write about them when I thought about people. And as I think about the leadership that we do, we're a lot of us in public education, we're out in the spotlight and people are just ready for us to fail. And I remember one day just being very clear to me that I needed to write about my husband. And he really has impacted me. A lot of the decisions that I make and reflection, processing, really understanding people's view and understanding that there's so many more ways to the puzzle than just one or two. Mm-hmm. He's really that person. He's an executive coach without being paid. And I think about the impact that you have in your life as a friend, just as something as simple as a friend, or in this role, a best friend, a spouse, and how absolutely you can ruin people's lives through that relationship based on your feedback, and or you can heal and build bridges and pull up a folding chair for people to have voice at the table. And I feel like that's what my husband does, always pushing me to make sure that you honor people and you love them where they're at. And I think that's a precious place to be, especially, I think we're all aware after COVID, people are just very angry. At least that's a perception I have in public education. A lot of people are very angst and angry, and it's hard to close those gaps. And so it's been one of those things that it's just been such a blessing to have someone be that feeder in my ear that's not a negative and a punitive, but a uplifting, empowering leader and servant. So I've been honored to write about him. And I told him one night, I said, hey, I submitted my stuff to Chip. And he's like, oh, great. What dissertation did you write today? Like, and it wasn't like a facetious thing. Like, he knows, like, I love to write about school and I love school. And I've always been like, what kind of school can I do now that I'm going to my doctorate done? And I said, well, I didn't write about that. I wrote about you. And he just started getting really teary-eyed. He's like, what? And so it's an honor and a blessing to be in a space where you never know, marriages don't always last, and mine may not either. And so to have someone to walk the walk is just such a blessing. So thank you for letting me share, Chip, and I'm honored to be here with each of you today.
So good. So good. You want to pass it over to someone?
J-Lo, just because I had to say that. I didn't say your name. I'm like, I love
Let's
it.
go.
So there we go. Tamika's like, what the heck? So it's J-Lo because I'm 4'11", Tamika. 4'11", Jessica Lowe. So yes, a little bit about me. Background: former educator. I was a phys ed teacher, athletic director, charter school founder. Education was my passion. And then I ripped a Band-Aid and said, I want to be a government worker. Go figure, right? Ended up working in Parks and Recreation for almost 11 years. And then 8 years ago said, I want to be an educator for different reasons and educate people on wellness and business and leadership and all the good stuff. So I've gotten into the coaching world, if you will, and really helping people be their best selves, and what better way than talk about, turning the negative experiences that we have, but into really impactful, positive ones. I mean, that's really what my chapter is about. I talk about an experience when I was a kid, being like this, being shorter and people kind of putting you in a box, right? How many of us have ever been put in a box? I think all of us, right? And then if you think about what I just heard Dr. Lindsay talk about the last few years and what that looked like for people, there was a lot of people being put in boxes for various reasons, right? Ceilings that we hit, not because we were short, just because we did, right? And so, so an experience there, but then an experience when I was in my 30s, when I was told I wasn't good enough and you got to walk the walk, and that wasn't fun. And I'm thinking, me? Really? I got a great personality. I got lots of energy. What do you mean I'm not the right fit? What? So, and then another one that happened in my 40s as well. And so I kind of take a step back, and I'm giving you alluding to I'm older than 40, but I won't tell you how many. Because at the end of the day, it's I think as you begin to live more in a positive space, age is like a non-factor. My mom's 85 and Chip seen her on video. He said, is she about 60? I said, oh no, she 85. So I really believe it's how we can take all of life and pack it into the right spaces, because there is going to be negative moments. Like Megan, I heard your story. I'm going to pass it to Megan because I know what her story is and I heard it just yesterday. And I said, there you go. She's taken something that wasn't so amazing for maybe a minute or two, right? And turned it into who she is now, drinking some apple cider vinegar.
Right.
Clarify, apple cider vinegar, lemon, and what's that little stick in the side that looks pretty yummy too?
Cinnamon.
See, a little healthy cocktail on a Sunday afternoon. So I just want to pass this over to Megan. I'm excited to hear her share her story, and thank you for giving us this platform, Chip. Truly appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Get it, girl. Man, I'm talking to J-Lo. It's like, my day is made. Thank you so much for that. That was awesome. I'm going to try so hard not to cry on this one. I've already had so many
good.
Chip, seriously, dude, I was not expecting this. Like, I was expecting just to write something for a book and make sales, but this is like, hello, a whole nother level. So yeah, I actually am originally from Indiana. I moved to Texas 12 years ago, and I just fell in love with it. I mean, there's so many different things in this state. If you don't like the West, go to the East, go to the North, South, whatever. We got beaches, we got steaks, we got everything, right? So I started working for the insurance company that I'm with 10 years ago, and I was going through like the ultimatum of rock bottom. Let's just say that. Like, it was me going through a sudden cancer surgery. I was actually with a man at the time who told me over the phone, crying, that he couldn't handle it and left me after the doctor said he didn't think I was going to wake up from my surgery because of my epilepsy. So the man pretty much left me there. And after I'll never forget this for the rest of my moment. I woke up and I didn't want to be alive. And if you've ever had anybody, close, it's like they're always happy they made it through something. But for me, it was like I was just going through so much. I just changed jobs. I was going from paycheck to commission. I had nowhere to live. I had nothing in my life that I wanted to work for. I just lost the love of my life. And it was, now I can't walk. And I got told too that now I can't have children. So it was one of those things where I had pretty much everything I ever dreamed and wanted taken away from me. And God gave me two choices. You can either go cry about it and fall into a hole, or you can do something about it. Choose your hard. I mean, being sad is hard, but so is making a better life for yourself. So choose your hard, right? And again, the whole insurance thing, at first it was kind of about the money, but man, after I really started taking care of people, and my first client was a 9-year-old little boy. And now I'm Auntie Megan to him, and that's irreplaceable. I fell in love with what I do. And my part of this book is called Dream It, Do It, because what I've experienced through all these years, the big man upstairs has me out there to do more. I have been a record breaker with my company. I have done amazing things with them, but it's not about the money. It's more about, I know I'm out there to do more. And I'm out there to share my story, to inspire others that, listen, you might be going through something hard, but you can get through that. It doesn't rain forever. The storm will eventually subside, And on the other side of that storm is a rainbow. And you don't know where it's going to take you. It could be marriage. It could be love. It could be money. It could be children. It could be a book with Chip Baker. I mean, like, you never know. You just have to keep pushing and striving. And it's like so many people are scared to live their dreams and have the courage to just jump. But the reality is, what they're scared of is failure. And you guys got to understand, failure is a part of the process. It forces you to grow and change things up and do things that you actually might like more than what you were doing before. You might be more successful by making that change. But how are you going to know unless you put your foot through the door and give it a shot? And so that's my story. Actually happened to me too, when you guys read it, about 2-3 months ago now. There's some important people in there that have influenced me for many, many years and made me realize, like, there are so many other things out there I still got to go. I still have to do. I just need the courage to make sure I can keep telling myself every day, I got this. God's got me. Let's go. Let's go. You don't know who you're going to meet when you walk out the door. And I really hope you guys enjoy it. And I really hope, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see all you guys in person someday. But
Let's go.
Whatever you do, don't lose faith. Don't quit believing in yourself. Just take one step at a time. One step at a time, and you'll get there.
Good stuff. Want to pass it over to Woods?
Yes.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, I like getting on the platform because I love hearing everybody's story. Like, I really want to speed through what I'm gonna say so I can hear everybody else's story. This is a great platform. I just love being around all the positive energy and knowing that it's just not always a positive place where it comes from. We go through these struggles, but we learn how to fight through those. We're resilient in those. So I appreciate everyone sharing their story. I just love hearing it. It energizes me more than I'm energized already. My name is Charles Woods. I am 20 plus years in education. I started education in special education as a resource teacher, and then I moved to Conroe High School, where I am lucky. I have y'all beat with something. We talk about Chip, but guess what? I worked with Chip for 6 years in the same office. We were football coaches at the same high school together. Man, we have had the opportunity to have some great conversations. And I can tell you what, we never talked about books. I can tell you that.
No.
That's the shocker. Like, we talked about life and where life can lead us and everything. But to be doing this right here is amazing because I never saw it coming. But like I said, I worked with Chip at Conroe High School. We were both coaches and we worked in special education together. Then I moved on as an assistant principal in Klein. I became a building principal. I was assistant principal for 5 years, building principal at an intermediate campus, Klein Intermediate, for 4 years. And now I am Dr. Lindsay at a specialized campus in Klein that's similar to the one that you said. We service kindergarten to 18 plus students. I love special education. I think that's where my heart is really at, man. I've been on this campus for 2 years and I love every day. We service our kids with some of the behavioral needs that we can address because they haven't been successful with the program that they were in on their home campus. But our goal is to transition them back to their home campus. But I love what I do. Like I said before, I'm a servant leader. I love assisting and helping not only our young scholars, but adults as well, because we can always use a little energy and a little push behind ourselves. I enjoy being on these projects around like-minded individuals with positive outlooks to life, because I think we have a whole lot of negative outlooks to life in public education, in life itself, on social media. So whenever I can get myself in the same area, whether it's through online platforms or in a room together, I really enjoy it. And I just appreciate being on this project, Chip. I'm gonna probably be on these projects, and I say probably, I'm just being facetious. I'm gonna be on these projects until Chip says no more, because I love this. I love this energy. So I appreciate everybody that's on this platform. I appreciate Chris for having us. I appreciate you, Chip, back, and passing it on to Tamika.
Well, hello everyone. Tamika Chop Martin. I am 20 years in this education game, but that's not what I wanted to do. I went to school to be an engineer because I want to make a lot of money. And I'm originally from Bryan, Texas, by way of Calvert, Texas. So I've been connected to Chip for a long time. Our families are close. Listening to his mother play the piano at churches. Me and his sister are the same age, and my cousin and his sister are best friends. And then I started my career in Conroe ISD in 2003, and I coached. So then I reconnected with him when I was coaching, and Charles as well. Charles is also married to one of my beautiful line sisters, Selena. So
I
we
did not
have
know
some
that.
connection. So we have some connections on this call. But again, public educator by trade. I'm currently am an assistant principal. I'm also a real estate agent. I've been doing that for 7 years. But I say, first of all, I'm a believer. I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. I'm a wife, mother, educator, trainer, speaker, and entrepreneur. But most of all, I'm a child of the Most High God. And so, one of the first times I was on camera with Chip, he was like, "I need to interview you for my Success Chronicles," and I was like. I was at the car dealership and like me and him got on the call and I think I was on Google Meet or whatever it was back then. But he has always seen something in me and I really appreciate that. I really appreciate being on this journey, starting with you guys. So I'm sure I'm going to be on this journey for a while. Like I said, I did co-author a devotional during the pandemic, and so I'm just excited to be on this project. But what I talk about and what has recently affected me more, I lost my mom last year, and it was really like kind of out of the blue. The day before we had just celebrated one of my business I started. So I also have a business called Glam and Girlfriends, and the Glam stands for Go Getter, Leader, Advocator, Motivator. And my mom and my daughters were part of that business with me. And so we celebrated that the day before my mom passed, and we went to brunch and we went to church, and we went to her first Rockets game. So you don't know when your last day is your last day, but when I say we had a great day together, and I thought about everything. The next day, my mother, she got hit while she was riding her bike, and it was totally accidental. But what it brought upon in my life was I lost my brother when I was 6 to a drunk driver, and I actually witnessed my brother get killed by a drunk driver right in front of me, in front of me and one of my older cousins. And I say that to say this: that grief, that compounded grief. I guess I kind of pushed it down. I've always been involved in 50 million things. I'm very whole brain, but I think the culmination of losing my mom, kind of to the same way I lost my brother, it just all hit me like 36 years of all of this hit me like a ton of bricks. And so when Chip reached out to me and I was like, what has really impacted my life? And it's grief. So the title of my chapter is called Grief to Greater, because my mom always told me that let us not grow weary in doing good, for at a proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Her thing was that, I've been young and I've been old. I've never seen a righteous forsaken nor a seed begging for bread. So I know God's promises for me are to do greater things, and my influence is to make sure that I live every day on purpose, with purpose, and use my gift of gab to do what I need to do out there in the world. So that's why I'm a part of this project. I'm glad to be connected with all of you beautiful individuals, and we are definitely going to make an impact on the world with Volume 5. Volume 5 is going to be all the way live, and we're going to keep it going.
I love it. Volume 5, all the way live. Let's go. Well, I know we were time with our time issue here, so I want to make sure I give everybody opportunity to go through and tell their social media so people can go follow you and check you out. And those of you that are watching this interview, listening to this interview, please take the time and go check out the amazing platforms that each one of these co-authors have. I promise you will not be disappointed. And so we'll just do the same order that we did. Dr. Lindsay, just tell them where they can find you.
Yeah, at Serving Kids on Twitter. I would love to follow you back. So shoot me a message, and God bless you. Keep your heart alive and think about what you're thankful for, because you're blessed. We're blessed. And thank you all. I'm so honored to meet you. Happy Sunday.
That was me next. I kind of forgot. I was like, uh-oh, J-Lo's up. I was just Tamika,
in the moment.
thank you, girl. That was like high five. I love Tamika. That was good stuff. Every one of you, but thank you for bringing that energy at the very end here. For me, Jessica J-Lo Perez, you got to put the J-Lo because there's so many Jessica Perez's, you could be lost in the shuffle. Perez is like Smith, just so you know. So Jessica J-Lo Perez on Facebook, Instagram, boom, you can find me. I'll find you back. Don't you worry. I'll find you back.
There it is. I love it. Yes, Tamika, girl, high five. That was bomb. I love it. Guys, I have so many different ones, but it's at Blue Eyes. So BLUEYEZZ 0124. I had to be a little unique there. You know, too many blue eyes in the world, but I'm the one and only. So that's more of I've started my LLC recently as well. I'm just starting. I'm looking forward to helping others who have been in my shoes about 10, 12 years ago, and just taking my journey from whether it's journaling, podcasting, whatever I can do, weight loss, and just, you know, building that LLC up and what I really want to do too. There's my Instagram post for that. I also have another Instagram for my insurance. It's at Megan Marie 0124. And then on Facebook, if you guys just want to do Megan Marie Randall, I am the one on there with, I'm a little cartoon if you see me holding my phone. So look me up. I'm looking forward to connect with everybody, and I can't wait to see you all.
All right, I think it's on me. All my social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn is Charles Woods, WW. Changed all that, so the easy access, because it was crazy out there for a little bit. I appreciate being on the platform with everybody here. Tamika, I'm going to tell my wife that you are on this platform where I had no idea. You never know. I'll talk to my wife as soon as I get off of here. But I appreciate being on here,
Awesome.
Chip. Chris, I appreciate you having us on here. I know he's backstage, and I look forward to more time together with each and every one of you.
Awesome. So it's me. So I'm all over the place, but on Twitter and LinkedIn and Facebook, it's Tamika C. Martin or Tamika Chop Martin. My real estate is Unyielding Realty Group on Instagram, and also my Glam and Girlfriends is Glam. It's Glam and Girlfriends on Instagram. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get it. I'm gonna have to get it all together. But I'm so multifaceted. I want to put all it together. We're gonna get that going. But I'm honored to be a part of this, and I'm glad I'm spending my Sunday with you guys and the listeners out there.
Awesome. Well, my social media is at Chip Baker TSC. All of my social media is that except for Twitter, and Twitter is at Chip Baker 19. And so again, I just want to just say thanks so much to Chris. Thanks so much to the authors for believing in me to be a part of this amazing journey. And some of you, like Megan said, like, man, I knew we were gonna be writing, but I didn't know it was gonna be all of this, right? And that's my goal, is to provide you with whatever you want from this experience. It's no excuse for us not to get it, because we're in this thing together, right? And so, man, truly grateful for you guys for believing in me to be a part of it. Thankful for all of the support that we've had so far, and that we will continue to have. I was just reflecting before I got on. It's such a blessing when you can have people that will support you with whatever you have going on with no question, right? Like Chris, for having us on the platform, and the other people that have been interviewing us, like, yeah, done. Like Wood said, you want to be in the book? Yeah, done. Like they don't even need to hear about it or whatever. Yes, let's get it. And so like that doesn't happen. And I know that, and I don't take it for granted, not 1 ounce of it. So Chris, man, thank you so much for it. Thank you guys for checking it out. And please, again, go check out the authors. Go get the books from their sites, please. You can get signed copies from them. They can send those to you. So check out their sites, get signed copies from them. So I'll turn it back over to you, Chris. Thank you.
All right, awesome. I know it was backstage, but I was just over here listening to all the great stories and how impacting it was. especially like when we really made it like personal to like really make it relatable. And it's things like that that really make life that much easier, or actually motivate you to overcome your mountain. Because everybody has a mountain in their life, loses someone very close to them. But all these adversity, challenges, and much more is just to make you a bigger person, stronger, and to just influence. I'm gonna put emphasis on that again. Influence you to inspire someone else to overcome their obstacles and let them know that that is possible. And that's what it's all about. Helping each and every last one of us raise each other up so that we can be the best version of ourselves. And that's what leaves a legacy. And like in the words of you, Chip, go get it.
Hey, let's do that before we get off, man. If y'all don't mind, we'll count it down. After 3, we'll get a go get it. Is that all right, Chris?
All
As
right,
we
let's go ahead and
close.
end off on that.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Go
Go
get
Go
it.
Go
get
get
it.
it.